Welcome to the Melly
and Shally Show.
the show where we unpack the Liqui Moly range one product at a time.
So products specific is going to be the Liqui Moly Bakkie series additives, and we're quickly going to focus on what makes it different than our normal additives that we offer the range.
We launched the Liqui Moly Bakkie additives at the end of 2020, and it has been an absolute hit. First of all, because I think it's called Bakkie additive, so there's nowhere else in the world that they call a pickup or in America they call a Bakkie a truck, which I can't understand because a truck is a truck. So in South Africa we're very, very fond of our Bakkies, and this product range has been developed and also named to be able to make sure it fits in with the South African culture.
So prior to this range, how would you use it for your Bakkie? So we generally have our super diesel additive or injection cleaner, and if you drive a Bakkie, it's probably a diesel. But because of the fuel tank being so big, you probably have to use two of those products, and with that increase the pricing of the product as well. So what we actually did with this range is we made it more concentrated specifically for the bigger vehicles, so SUVs and utility vehicles, and especially for Bakkies. So that is why it's such a hit in the South African market.
So when will I use the Bakkie additive? I mean, previously you would use the fuel injection cleaner, and once again, just for everybody, and this is a short little illustration of how to use it, and just a couple of questions we continuously get around the Bakkie range. But everything with the blue cap in our additive range is for petrol vehicles. That's why you would use our fuel Bakkie additive for your petrol Bakkie, and red is always for your diesel vehicles. So the small little applications, the super diesel additive and the fuel injection cleaner is enough for up to 50 liters of fuel. So on a lot of the Bakkies you've got 80, 90, some have double fuel tanks. So the fuel additives of the Liqui Moly Bakkie series is enough for 115 liters of fuel. So if you want to make sure that all of your fuel and the bigger container in your Bakkie, that you have that additional protection of cleaning the vehicle as you drive, you would use our Bakkie additives. But also if the tank is bigger than 50, so your SUVs, it's ideal to be able to use for the SUVs. And even in the fuel additives, it is more concentrated. I use the Liqui Moly Bakkie additives on my SUV, and the impact and the difference it makes in the fuel consumption is unbelievable. And I always love to monitor to be able to see what is the saving I have on fuel when adding the Bakkie additives.
So focus on the fuel additives, so actually how they work, the properties they offer. It helps you to remove deposits which is inside the fuel tank, also gives you corrosion protection barrier, and as well as lubricating, so it helps with lubricity additives within the fuel. But also, as we know, the quality of petrol, diesel, wherever we get it, is not always the standard, or we're not sure what it is. So that is why it also offers a cetane and octane improver in the products to enhance the quality, to ensure your car has better fuel consumption, better combustion, and more performance.
It is also going to protect your fuel tank against rust, because if you would have a little bit of water or oxidation within the tank, the additives for the fuel is going to protect your fuel system against corrosion or against any water that might be present. Also, very, very important is by adding it to the to your vehicle, you don't have to add it every single tank. So we suggest you add it anything between 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers, but maybe just be a little bit aware of your fuel consumption. As soon as you see it starting to increase, then you know there's some contamination, and then add the Bakkie additive to be able to make sure it can clean the deposits that's been contaminating your fuel system.
So if you look at the history of the oil additive, as we mentioned, are friction modifiers, and we have developed the Bakkie series friction modifier specifically in this range because of the bigger concentration of the Bakkie oil volume.
So everything that is bigger than your normal, I mean, if I think of SUVs and also of Bakkies, they run on a little bit of a different terrain. Your SUVs and your Bakkies are 4x4 all-wheel drive. You want to go a little bit of a boondu bashing. Also, they idle a lot more. They have a lot more weight to the surface. So there's a totally different performance in the engine and its power. So because of that, the contamination and the protection needs to be a little bit more increased, and that is exactly what the entire range from the fueling system that you need to clean, but then also from the MOS2 or the friction modifier, as what Shally just mentioned.
Awesome, so amazing to find a data sheet on this product. As we mentioned previously, you just use the Advantage app and it'll give you all the information really available. Please make sure that this is only specific to SA, so if you do .com website, you will not find these products. They will be listed as truck additives.
So the Liqui Moly Bakkie additive range, if you have a Bakkie or an SUV or anything that has a tank bigger than 50 liters on its fuel side and anything from 7 to 15 liters on its oil side, this is the range for your vehicle. And this is the product range that takes care of what takes care of you, because we normally take care of the outside of our vehicle, but we do not know the kind of damage that happens in the inside of the vehicle, where if that lasts much longer, your vehicle is also going to have a lot more kilometers and joy that you're going to get out of your favorite Bakkie or SUV.
So whether your vehicle is a workhorse or a weekend driver or maybe an off-road vehicle, we cater for all your specific needs.
Liqui Moly Bakkie Additive Series, taking care of what takes care of you. Thank you for watching the Melly
and Shally Show.